Today we're going to be test fitting the Glacier Chain V-Bar snow tire chains with cam tensioners on our 2022 Toyota Tundra. What you see here is a ladder pattern style chain, and that's just because we have these bigger gaps right here. So this is going to be a little bit more rougher of a ride compared to the diamond pattern chains, just because sometimes we're going to go from tire to chain to tire to chain. But that's not a huge issue because there is going to be snow on the ground as well. So there's another option that's a twist link just like this, and they're the same size, but these are gonna have the V-bars on them. So this is the most aggressive chain you can get for your Tundra, but if you are one that puts these on before you leave your garage, just be mindful these might kind of tear up your concrete or whatever kind of flooring that you have in your garage. So be mindful of that, but this is gonna deliver the most amount of traction out of all your options on our site. With these, they're just made of a high quality steel, so they're gonna last a long time. The one thing I do like about these though is just the fact that they have cam tensioners. It just really gets the whole entire chain nice and tight on there. Doesn't take a whole lot of effort with the tool. I just really like that. I just want that peace of mind knowing that the chain is as tight as possible, because if we're putting chains on, we're probably stuck, we're probably in a hurry. So just tighten them all up and you know it's nice and tight. And notice how we have a fair amount of gap in between our chains and our wheels. So even if we did have some taller snow and it's pushing in on the sidewalls, our chains aren't gonna make contact with our wheels, which I love rims and I really like these and I wanna keep them nice. So that's another feature that I like with this. So if you really are going for the most traction, you wanna protect your wheels, this is gonna be the best choice for you. And they do come in a pack of two, so you can just put them on the back, come in a canvas bag. The canvas bag will eventually tear, and especially since we have the spikes, the V-bars on these chains, it will tend to tear up, but there is plenty of room inside the bag, and the bag is just gonna fit in the back underneath your seat or in the toolbox, wherever you think is best. But the last thing that we need to do is just show you how to install them. So if you stick around, we'll show you how. Let's lay out the chains, make sure they're not tangled up or anything. And we wanna take a couple things into account. One, this link right here, we want to make sure that this side, the more rough side, is away from the tire and the smooth side towards the tire. Also, the cams, we want those to be on the outside so we can access them easily later. And then we just grab the middle of the chains, drape them over the tire. Make sure they're even both front and back, but also right and left as well. And then once we get it kind of centered up to where we want it to be, I'll meet you around back for our first connection. Once we're back here, we're gonna go on one side. There's gonna be a series of links. And then on the other side, it's gonna be a hook. Highly suggest doing this in your garage first because there will be a link that's gonna work best for you. I'm just gonna do the end one for now. So now I'll see you around front to make our second connection. Same thing on the front, just extra links and a hook. You wanna make that connection. And there is a little bit of slack here, but nice thing about these chains is we are gonna have cam tensioners, which there is a tool included with the kit. Looks like this. So I always like to start up top, put that in, twist it, starting to get tighter. Do another one. We don't have to do all of them, just enough to get it tight. So that's pretty good, but I'm gonna do one more. So that one didn't do a whole lot, so I guess we'll do all four. There we go. So that is pretty dang tight. One other thing we need to do, which isn't included with the kit, is a rubber tensioner. Looks like this. So this is gonna be on the related parts section of the webpage that you're on. The only thing we wanna do with these is the hooks. We wanna make sure they're facing away from the tires. And then we do wanna be as open as possible. I have two on the sides. And then hook the bottom one in. And this way, one, it'll look better. And two, it'll just evenly distribute all that tension throughout the whole entire chain. And then the last step is the easiest step. Just go in, roll over them a couple of times, come back out, make sure it's still nice and tight once it settles in, and then we're good to go. And it's simple as that. That's pretty much it for a look at the Glacier Chain V-Bar snow tire chains with cam tensioners on our 2022 Toyota Tundra.